Hello viewers and welcome back to the STOPHUNTer. Now I've been fascinated with the growth of these funded trader programs. They seem to be everywhere these days. I wasn't surprised though to see the statistic that about 90% of those taking these sort of challenges fail. So I like a challenge, so I thought, well, I want to become one of those 10%. So I opened up a few different funded trader programs. I think it was Top Step, Earn to Trade, One Up Trader, to test whether I could pass, these challenges. But what I instantly realised, there's a lot more to it than just, coming up with, a trading approach and, sitting there making money. Far more to it than that. And in other content on this channel, I'm going to be delving into how I think you can pass these challenges. But you've got to start with a trading strategy. You need an edge, and I use RENKO, and I would say these type of challenges aren't my normal style of trading, which also got me excited to have a go. And I looked at a few of the RENKO strategies I deploy, and some of them I thought might be appropriate, but I really needed a sort of a hands-on specific sort of scalping funded trader program type RENKO strategy. I came up with a hybrid solution, which I'm going to share with you in a moment. It's been having great results so far. A lot of criteria I put into it to try and make it work as well, which I'll also cover off, but hopefully this can get you thinking about how to build your own type of funded trader RENKO strategy. You could take what I've got here and develop it further. Again, ideas for you, not set in stone. It's working for me, might not work for you, but I'm just throwing it out there for you. So with that, let's get into the strategy. So for this to work, I needed to start from a different angle. It's not, I use RENKO, therefore it works. I had to reverse step out of it and understand the rules of the game here. And with the funded trader programs, there are a lot of rules that can catch you out and ruin your trading ideas. So, if you're a swing trader, long-term position holder, forget these type of programs. It's day trading, it's scalping, it's taking money quickly off the table. It's understanding the volatility of the instruments you got, where you put your stops, how you get in, taking profit. A lot of psychological factors in the trading as well, emotions at play. All those factors go into how you would pick the markets that you would run in these type of strategies, the variables to the actual strategy. Really, it's about keeping it simple as possible to minimize the sort of thinking effect. And often these programs don't let you run EAs or algorithms into them. It's you against the market, and that has a lot of other negative factors that can influence your trading. So you've got to keep it as simple and as clean as possible, that you can just execute straight away and get on with it, execute your plan, like I said. So all those variables for me, before I even got into RENKO, had to come into play. So like I said, I picked a certain selection of markets to trade, the block sizes, the whole chart setup, as you'll see in a minute. I've come up with a hybrid approach for this one, just to make it quick, simple, executable, like I said, to give me an edge in here. And it has been working, and like I said, in other content I'll be showing you the results of my trading in the different challenges, because each company that run a challenge also has different variables which affect what you can trade, what you can't trade, etc, etc. A lot more to it, like I said, the content coming up. But I'm going to take you through a standard setup that works across different markets, and I'm running, like I said, in the 3 different challenges. I'll come up with a strategy that works in the 3 different companies that I've selected, because I couldn't be spending the time thinking between the 3 different ones, because often trades are triggered at very similar times. So like I said, a lot to it, but hopefully this will give you a starting point if you're thinking of using RENKO inside one of these type of challenges. So here is that strategy, and it might surprise you at first glance because as you can see on the right I've got candlestick chart, and on the left I have the Renko chart, and I'll explain why in a minute. Now the market that you can see in front of you, that's the S&P Micros, ticker MES. And like I said, I got this to work across FX, other commodities. If it didn't work then in those markets, then I didn't use it. So I've got a suite of different markets I can use at different times to deploy. But you know, it's the same standard setup on all of them. And here, like I said, we've got the S&P. So let's start on the right hand side. So why have I actually used a candlestick chart? Well, I said it's a hybrid version that I needed a trend filter, but also wanted to see the price action. Now some of you might use wicks on the Renko chart, but again, for simplicity and ease of execution purposes, I wanted it set up like this, and it works. And the other thing you might notice from it is the real lack of indicators, I suppose, on the chart. Again, keeping it simple. Some of the best strategies are the simplest. So let's dive into the detail on our right hand chart here. We've got a 10-minute chart here, and I've also worked out how many trades that gives me per day. You know, a 10-minute chart, you're looking maybe 4 or 5 trades per day, and with the risk return on them, that's sufficient enough to help you pass one of these tests. Again, if you wanted to, I know I also do this, I use a faster approach to this. So you take a 5-minute chart, and I'll tell you how to work out the block sizes in a moment. Now we've got 2 indicators on here at the moment. They're both the same. They're the super trend indicator. Now if I clicked on the variables there, you can see that one's set to 7 and 2.5, and the other one is set to 14 and 2. And what do these do? Well, they are our trend filters. So when they line up, we know that it's a negative trend, and we'll be looking for short trades. And you see there, when we got the 2 there, we're going bullish, looking for bullish opportunities. Now again, you can be aggressive, non-aggressive. The faster one here, you can actually come in on if you want, or you can wait till both line up before entering. I wait for both to line up. It takes out some of the risk and increases the probability of longer term success, and that's what passing these challenges is all about. So as you can see here, we've got the 2 lining up at the moment. So we then flip over to our Renko chart. Now I've got a $2 block size here at the moment on the micro S&P 500, and what we're looking for then is, as we can see in this zone on the right, we are negative, looking for bearish trades. So what happens is we've got the super trend indicator on the left hand Renko chart, and as you can see, when we get the signal there and there and there, if our indicator set up on the candlestick chart on the right is bearish, we take the trade. Now the beauty of using Renko charts here is, as many of you know if you are a Renko chart user, is often you can get these blocks scooting off very quickly and you miss the trade. But by having the candlestick chart over here on the right, we can then start to I suppose get in before the candlestick closes. So we're taking advantage of, say, like a quick move, like we can see there with that big bar there. So we're not actually waiting. So these Renko blocks will work faster than the candlesticks, but because we're already in the trend, we're not waiting for the turn. That's why I say it's a bit more risky to wait for that super trend turn. So we're already in there. So as soon as that triggers, you know, we get in, you know, somewhere around there. Now we've got a Bollinger Band for our stop loss. We stick our stop loss above there. So we've got that much of risk, and we let the trade play out, and we either can get out on the change of the candle, so we get that much profit, which isn't great, but over a day, you know, you accumulate it on various markets, it all adds up. Remember, it's about making money, not about being right. But what I also do is I set a risk return type target as well. So if it gets to 1-to-1 risk return or greater, then I'll take the trade. So as you can see here, we've probably got about 1.5-to-1 in terms of risk rewards to the trade. Again, you can have different rules. You can get it to 1-to-1 and then maybe trail it down before, to get extra out of the trade. Up to you, but like I said, these are ideas. This is how it's working for me. And again, the second trade there of the day, very quick stop loss in here. Remember, because it's a Bollinger Band, we're getting the volatility of the market priced into that stop as well, which sometimes can get you really tight and get a better risk return. Also factoring in bigger moves, the further away the stop, then we're taking out some of the risk as well. So again, we get in here. The beauty of the super trend is it keeps you in the trade when you get these small reversals against you. And again, let's just draw on the lines we got in there. We get out. The risk return again, probably similar to that first trade actually, or you could wait there until it changes and get out. So that's how you would do the strategy. Now let's get into the details of the indicators on the Renko chart. The Bollinger Bands just set to 20 and 2.33 standard deviation. That's 99% of the market will be inside those bands, so slim chances of it moving outside. And then we've got the the super trend. What have I got it set to there? Let's go to the settings. 7, 2.5. And the block size. How did I come up with the block size? Well, I'm using an ATR to start me off here. So if you were starting off your block size setup, now I do check this either after big moves or weekly, if not too much has happened to get the correct block size. You take like the 1 minute Renko, get the ATR on there, from there read off what it's saying on either the 1 minute or 3 minute window, and then you plug that into the traditional. So the traditional keeps it static. I don't want it changing all the time. I want a static value in there for the variable. So in this one I've got $2, but like I said, if you want to get more aggressive, you could maybe switch the candlestick chart on the right hand side to 5 minute, and you would find that a 1 minute ATR would maybe give you a $1 block size, might even give you less. You can also come up with your own ways of coming up with the block size, but that's a real quick way of getting in. I've got other videos that tell you how to come up with block size, but very quickly doing something like that, on this example, $2 works very nicely with the 10 minute. As you can see, 2 trades there, and if you went back through the rest of the day, we'd have had trades nicely in that long side over the period. And the trading day, I'm lucky I'm in the UK, I can pick up the morning stuff and the afternoon stuff, but simply, that's it. That's the strategy. It works on the FX, commodities. Play around with yourself, see what you can come up with. Like I said, it's working for me. Give it a try yourself. Play around with the variables. Let us know in the comments, on other ideas you have maybe had for these type of challenges. But when you factor in all those rules behind each the trading challenge and how to actually trade, I think you've got to keep it simple as possible. Too much can go wrong. You need an edge if you're going to make this work. If you haven't, don't bother. But starting point for you using the Renko charts. So there you go. A risk warning for you though, don't just go and take this strategy and trade it straight away. Do your own due diligence, do the back testing, work out the optimal block sizes for your trading. Everybody is different, everyone's approach is different. Like I said, this works for me because I spent a lot of time working on it. It might not suit your style of trading, so go and do the homework first, before going live in this sort of trading. It's fast moving, fast paced. It can go very wrong very quickly against you if you haven't done that background work. And also, if you want to have links to the challenges that I signed up for. I'll put them in the description below. Also, let me know how you get on with the trading challenges. Love to hear your thoughts there. What sort of strategies do you use? Do you use Renko? Have you got any, different types of strategies you'd like to let us know about? Love to hear from you. Now, if you liked today's video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons to receive future notification of video content I'll be producing. Remember, I said there'll be a lot about funded trader programs and how I think you should pass them. That's all coming up very soon as well. And if you want to learn more about Renko chart trading, you're new to the world of Renko, want to give it a go, got a fabulous free course on the channel for you. It's a playlist put together, work your way from top to bottom, and you'll come out the other side a much better, more successful Renko trader. And that playlist coming up right now.